Hello everyone, I Nikita welcome you all to DHM's exclusive interview session. Today we have someone who is not only a highly accomplished CEO in the healthcare sector, but also a distinguished individual who served in the Indian Navy for an impressive 25 years. Please join me in welcoming Commander Navneet Bali, the CEO of ClearMedi Healthcare. Hello sir, welcome to DHN.
Thank you so much, Nikita, and it's an honor to be here on DHN's platform. And also, I must congratulate you. I think you started this few maybe weeks back, and I already see a lot of interest in a lot of people in your channel. So, thank you so much for inviting me today.
Thank you so much, sir. How are you?
All good, absolutely wonderful. God has been very kind. Although the
Great.
pollution is not so kind in Delhi, but
Yeah.
otherwise,
Great. So let's begin with our session then.
yes, please.
So first, let's start with ClearMedi. Can you please provide us an overview of ClearMedi's healthcare mission?
Yes, so ClearMedi Healthcare was a company which was started by Dr. Shashi Balyan, who basically he's a doctor from Rohtak Medical College, and thereafter went to London and remained there for quite some time of his life, served in the NHS. And then in one of his visits back home, he visited a place called Hisar in Haryana. And this was almost, I think, 2011, when he realized that Haryana did not have a single machine to treat cancer patients that time, not one. And so I think it was his Swadesh moment, and he then wanted to do something back for the country. And he decided that he will, do something to help the cancer patients specifically. And that's how the journey of this company started. And then thereafter, of course, one after another, ClearMedi went on to associate themselves with hospitals, with partners, with themselves, going ahead and running full hospitals. But the focus always remained on cancer. And sometimes back, Morgan Stanley, which is world's largest private equity firm, acquired a majority stake into ClearMedi. And now we are a Morgan Stanley invested company. So you can imagine Morgan Stanley did I'm sure, a lot of due diligence, and found that ClearMedi was a very suitable and befitting partner for it to come in the Indian healthcare as their first investment. And so the journey has now started. We call it the ClearMedi 2.0. And so there are a lot of exciting things happening in the future. But we remain committed to our brand promise, which actually after I joined, I gave this, sort of phrase, which means that ClearMedi would treat everybody, everywhere equally. So everybody, everywhere equally has become a brand promise. And this is what we want to establish in India and maybe abroad if opportunities come, to be seen as a healthcare provider who treats patients equally, who goes into territories which many would not want to go or don't like to go. And we want to treat everyone with equal eye. And that is what is our brand promise.
Great, so impressive. I mean, you mentioned about ClearMedi being like in Morgan Stanley invested in ClearMedi, right? So could you please elaborate a bit on it, like how it contributes to the organization's overall growth and development?
Yeah, so, when you have a private equity firm or a large company with such a repute, I mean, it is considered to be a ethically very strong company. It's you can call it a financial giant in the world. And many times in the recent past, Morgan Stanley has, as a company, spoken about India as a great opportunity for the future, and they believe in the Indian story. So when you have a company like that, with great values, great culture, wanting to come and invest into Indian healthcare, and they want to sort of test the whole scenario, you will imagine that they will always go for the best possible partner. And just the fact that Morgan Stanley decided to invest in ClearMedi itself gives a great credibility to the ClearMedi story, because it actually proves that for the last many years, whatever you're trying to do was on track. And it is just that with Morgan Stanley coming in, it opens up a lot of more avenues. It gives us wings, which are much more stronger to fly. It gives the company more confidence to do things, maybe which we would have done it in a slightly more slower manner, but it sort of pushes us now towards achieving of our goal of everyone everywhere equally. And so that's what this investment has done.
Great. So, like ClearMedi has been expanding its services in tier two and three cities. So, while this process, have you encountered any challenges and opportunities?
Yeah, and I mean,
Like,
opportunities are there across India today, and it's not something which we sort of. I mean, anybody can see this. As I said, the Indian growth story is already beginning. The world is a arena now for India. I mean, you go anywhere, you talk anywhere in the world today. India looks to be one of the most promising spots if you keep the future in mind. So opportunities are galore. Opportunities are everywhere now. Challenges, yes. Tier two, tier three, and smaller towns and villages pose their own challenges. One of the biggest challenge would be obviously to find talent. That is, to finding good doctors, nurses, technicians, because cancer involves a lot of technical stuff, in the sense that you're putting a linear accelerator and you need very very trained manpower, and this is not something that you can do with unskilled manpower. In addition to that, obviously, these places, quote unquote, financially are not very well off. The people are usually not those who are very very wealthy. I think these two are primary challenges, where first of all it's difficult to find talented clinical staff, doctors, paramedics, nurses, and then the population itself may not be so much financially well off. But I think where there are challenges, there are there are great amount of as you rightly said, opportunities to do something great. And we continue to believe that the metro cities, everybody wants to come in, because obviously people have a lot of financial bandwidth, they can pay a lot of money. But it is here that real India actually lies. And our healthcare problem truly cannot be solved. I mean, the healthcare problem of the country, if we are not able to go into these smaller cities and smaller towns, and it also means that you are reaching, as they say, the last mile, for rather than people traveling far away places for clinical treatment, in which huge amount of money is spent on transportation. It's huge amount of money is spent in accommodation, food, and you have the whole family getting disturbed. What happens if we go closer to people, and then so the travel time gets saved, the family, especially diseases like cancer, which are a long term treatment diseases. They are not like you go for a knee replacement, knee gets replaced and you're fine. And cancer requires a long term treatment, and so it's an agony for the entire family. And so it's a step that we have taken. I mean, it's a long journey ahead, it's a long tough journey ahead, but this is what our sort of direction is, that we want to go where, I mean, people would be rather wary of going, given the financial matrix, the business plans, etc., etc. But we really believe that if healthcare has to be delivered, and Indian healthcare story has to be a successful one, we need to look at these tier two, tier three cities.
right. Truly, India truly lies in tier two and three cities. I completely agree with that. And also with the agony that family has to bear when traveling to big cities from a small city town for the treatment. And it's a long treatment. Cancer is just not a So now coming to the next question. Now, considering the current healthcare scenario where digitization is the thing, it is being utilized everywhere, and healthcare is not an exception. So we have also covered ClearMedi's healthcare collaboration with Narayana Health involving AI services and all. So how AI and all these technologies are being incorporated into healthcare services, and what exactly are the benefits that it brings to the patient and the diagnostic?
Yeah. So, my previous organization was Narayana Hridayalaya or Narayana Health. I was there for 6 years there, and I established the North region for NH. And in fact, Dr. Shetty, I mean, the founder and chairman of NH, he had this vision many, many years back. And it is not today that they started thinking of digitization, looking at the role of technology in healthcare. It was many, many years back. And today, NH is at the forefront of, how technology can, be as a lever to actually democratize healthcare in India. So when I took over as a CEO, and we wanted to move quickly on the digital journey, the natural choice for a partner was NH, because I have worked with Atma, which is the HIS and EMR integrated system, and I have also worked on Medha, which is the business intelligence BI part, and also I've also seen the entire team. I know them very well, and I know what they mean. I know how they do it. The best part is this is a software company with a difference. I mean, it's mostly clinicians who give the inputs, or the healthcare workers who give them inputs, and Dr. Shetty himself is involved in the entire thing. So we found that this was one of the you know ways which we could sort of um, push the digital our initiative quickly, and we would be soon, our hospitals will be on Atma and Medha, I mean, Atma. And and as I told you, if you need to go into tier 2 tier 3 cities and democratize healthcare in India, digital path is one of the most important path, because not only it takes care of HIAS, EMR, and your business analytics, and apps for doctors who can monitor the patient. It's also about a lot of things which can be done remotely. COVID-19 just showed us a small glimpse of what all we can do through remote channels. Maybe it is still like testing waters, but a lot of things can be done remotely. Home healthcare, a lot of things a lot of things patients need not come to the hospitals. I mean, a lot of things can be done on your mobile phones. So as far as the this is concerned, I think it's very, very critical for healthcare organizations. So even before we start expanding in ClearMedi, we said that we should have the foundation of digitalization or digitization laid firmly in place, so that as we grow up and add on more hospitals and more units, we are set to be on that digital journey. Talking about diagnostics, I mean, that part where AI has started showing a lot of sort of promise. As you're aware, many X-rays, USGs now have inbuilt AIs, which correlate the images, and are able to sort of give. I mean, they can help the doctors, big time in predicting certain things which maybe would have missed our eyes, or with a huge amount of data available. I mean, they can really correlate and tell and help the physician. So AI has sort of, I mean, come inside almost every aspect of healthcare, and you will see it growing more and more in the future. And if used in a very ethical manner, there are a lot of ethical concerns around AI, and which are being addressed across the world. I think it can be a great game changer, and we keep telling this that AI would be another tool in the hand of a doctor to sort of be able to take decisions which are more prudent in nature. It is not never going to replace a doctor. It's never going to be replacing the humans. Yes, but it'll enable humans to do things which are in a much better manner. So this journey of ClearMedi will be incorporating digital means in a large way. We want to see in the future a lot of things completely digitized, and also a lot of things where AI helps us and helps our doctors take more informed decisions.
Great. So now coming to our last question, what new developments and initiatives can we expect from ClearMedi Healthcare in the near future, especially in terms of expanding its healthcare services and embracing advanced technologies? You already mentioned about AI and everything. So
Yes. So I think I keep coming back to our brand promise. I think everything that we do is going to stem from there. Everything. And I think 2 years from now, people will associate the moment we say everyone, everywhere equally. They will say this is ClearMedi's logo or sorry, sentence or brand promise. And everything we are doing now today, everything is around these three words. Um, so I think uh, as far as everyone is concerned, let me just elaborate. It means that patients who are from any kind of economic strata, whether you're a rich patient, you're a poor patient, you're a panel patient, you're an insurance patient, you're a corporate patient, you're a PSU patient, or whoever you are, it doesn't matter to us. We will treat all of you, whoever requires treatment. I mean, I just want to say here that may God keep everyone healthy, and you don't have to come to hospitals at all. But if you do, I mean, we are going to be agnostic to where you come. I mean, which economic strata you come from. As far as everywhere is concerned, we are going to seek opportunities, and maybe opportunities will seek us into different parts of India. And there are a lot of initial partnerships being solicited with us, and a lot of interest being shown into ClearMedi now. We already have around 10 to 15 partnerships waiting in the pipeline. I mean, we are actually finding it our time to be now short, and there are too many of them ahead of us. And we would like to very, very strongly look at again different parts of the country with the same eye. Of course, the operational matrices, the financial matrices change everywhere, but that is all right. We can always, work around them. And next is equally, again, coming back, that, it doesn't matter to us, what kind of patient, what kind of disease. It doesn't matter to us, who you are. I mean, as long as you require clinical help, I think ClearMedi wants to do that. So that is as far as that is concerned. To be very specific, we are, I think, in next by January, February, we should be opening up at least 3 to 4 more additional centers. And we have slightly changed our model now that we are now looking at operating full hospitals rather than just the onco piece. But obviously, these hospitals will have an onco flavor, or rather than onco focus. That will remain as it is, but that is what we're doing. As far as technology is concerned, not only digital and the Internet of Things and AI, we will also look at the new technologies and emerging technologies globally, and see that it makes sense, and how does it make sense for us to bring them to India. We truly believe that everything cannot be done by one person alone. We are seeking collaborations. We will seek partnerships. It's not about who wears the crown. I think everyone wears the crown if the patient gets treated well. Everyone wears a crown if the patient has a convenience. Everyone wears a crown if the patient pays less amount of money from their pocket, to get treated. And that is what we are going to be looking, and that is what is going to be ClearMedi's sense of direction. We are going to do everything ethically in a transparent manner. There are no doubts about it, no questions given my background, in Indian Navy first and then in great organizations like NH. I think that is now deep seeped into us culturally, that we will do the harder right instead of the easier wrong. And we will, I mean, the entire focus is going to revolve around patients. And of course, if the patients are treated well, our staff, our doctors, our nurses, paramedics, administrative staff, our housekeeping staff, security staff, everyone who serves in our hospitals have to be kept in that motivated stage so that we can do our job well. And that is primarily what my job is going to be.
Great. So before we conclude, I would just like to know how you felt about the interview and if there is anything you would like to share.
No, I felt very good about it. As I said, I'm sorry I did not see the questions before, but I mean, these are things when they come from your heart. You don't have to read the questions and prepare. So I'd done no preparation. I think it's a perfect, way to conduct an interview. And so thank you very much for this opportunity. It was an honor to be here with you.
Thank you for joining. So it was great getting to hear your thoughts.